Today, on the fourth day of the odd day of Christmas, we are given a similar witness to the one we received on 26 December, the feast of the martyrdom of St. Stephen. But today's feast presents the same evil in a different and even more tragic light. Here, out of envy and hatred, Herod had countless innocent children killed in an attempt to eliminate Jesus, the newborn king. St. Matthew connects this tragic incident to the two major tragedies in Israel's history. First, Pharaoh's slaughter of the male infants of the Hebrews in Egypt, and the exile of the tribes to Assyria and Babylon. Bethlehem is also the place where Rachel symbolically wept over her children, even in her tomb. The children of Israel suffer persecution once more in the person of Jesus and the infants. Rachel's weeping is still being heard today because of the violence done to the children and the innocents. Thousands and thousands suffered and died because of abortions, because of violence and war, like what is happening right now in the war between Israel and Palestine. Many children suffered and died. Weeping is not just a sign of sorrow. It is also an expression of mercy and compassion. In fact, Pope Francis once asked, can we who have a reasonable, comfortable life know how to weep? Can I weep? Can we weep when we see a child who is suffering, homeless, abandoned, mistreated, exploited by society? So, sisters and brothers, we can imagine the grief that would have filled the town of Bethlehem and its vicinity as the soldiers went through killing those innocent children as their parents watched helplessly. Now, on one hand, it is shocking to know that God permitted this. On the other hand, on the level of faith, we strive to understand the weakness that these innocent children gave. Yes, this was an unspeakable crime and evil. But from the perspective of faith, from the perspective of eternity, it will be sorted out by God. In heaven, these innocent victims will wear the martyr's crown and will be honored by the angels and saints as the first witnesses do the newborn king. Of course, this may not have eased the pain at the time, but at least it will help transform the pain those families felt as they enter into the justice of heaven. Their weakness reveals to us much about our own lives. It reveals that there are many times in life when things are simply unfair, simply unjust. We all experience that. The massacre of these innocent children is a powerful reminder of this fact. But one thing we must hold on to is that God will right every wrong in the end. So today we celebrate a solemn feast in the honor of these children as a way of saying that God has transformed this tragedy into something glorious, the martyrdom of these innocent children. The same is true with each of us. Whatever our tragedy may be, let's believe that the Son of God has entered our world, has taken on our fallen human flesh so that He could make all things right and make all things new in His time, in His own way, in His wisdom. So, if there is anything most painful for us this Christmas season, whatever it may be, we are invited to unite our hurts and pain today with the sorrow of the families who lost these little ones. We let God do for us what He ultimately did for all of them. We let His incarnation, death and resurrection transform our hurts into the crown of martyrdom. In the end, the Lord will be victorious in our life if we let Him be.